Hey, it's Farhan here. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon on Friday the 30th of May 2025. Just finishing off my watermelon. There we go. It's sort of the first bit of food I've had today, just because I've been busy this morning and like this is the first chance I've had to eat. And I just wanted to record a quick video to talk about measuring one's progress, measuring one's results and success when it comes to losing fat, right? So burning body fat, losing fat. I think one of the things that's really important to remember is that fat and muscle, they weigh different amounts. So even if you have more muscle and less fat, the weight may not necessarily go down. So I know that like everybody's fixated on scales and measuring yourself, and it's like that's not really like how nature works. But that's okay. That's kind of what we socially do because we think that's how we should measure ourselves. But like, yes, it can be a measure, and yes, it does help, and yes, I do it as well. I'm not saying I don't do it, but I'm just saying that like it's possible you could be losing fat on the body and not necessarily the scales shift as much. So one of the things that you can do is to basically measure yourself with a tape measure. And the reason I say that is because if you've lost visceral fat or, belly fat or the fat around the organs and things like that, your skin is going to loosen up. And what's going to happen is that like your skin will, your body won't bulge as much. The fat around your arms, your legs, the muscles, they'll not be as filled out with fat because that'll get used up as a fuel and you'll just have lean muscle instead. So one of the ways to measure that change in body composition is to use a tape measure and to basically document your biceps, your chest, your neck, your thighs, your hips, your waist, your, you measure the circumference of like your different body parts. And then you measure that again, like after a period of time. Obviously in a day, it's not going to make any difference. Like don't even waste your time with that. But if it takes a week or a month, then like that gives you enough time following a certain diet or a protocol to see if it's had a positive effect and what that effect might be. So by all means, you can definitely still weigh yourself. And I'm not saying don't weigh yourself, but I'm just saying sometimes the scales may not move as much as your measurements might change. And you need to give it time, right? Like we're talking about, completely transforming the composition of our body here. Like we're not just like, bulldozing down the fat and erecting like extra muscles and like just filling out with extra muscles like overnight, right? It takes a bit of time for that transition to occur, for those changes to happen. And so remember that like what you fuel your body with, that is the building blocks that your body's going to use to rebuild the cells in your body, right? And so if the fuel you're eating gives you a clean fuel source, then the body can pipeline that fuel straight into the cells, use it as energy, use it as building blocks, whatever it needs to do with it. And then, as the cells grow, regenerate over time, they'll grow into healthier cells. And therefore, then, the overweight cells, the cells that are stuffed with fat, the cells that are saturated with fat will then, either deplete their stores or they'll get, regrown as healthy cells. I don't know the exact science of it. I am not a biology major. I didn't like go into that level of detail on it. But I do know that like sometimes it takes a bit of time for changes to occur in the body after you've impacted it, right? So like you lift weights, you don't immediately become muscular. You lift weights to break the muscle fibers, and then the broken muscle fibers, when they regrow, grow stronger, right? And so there has to be a period where the muscles are broken, they need to heal and they recover, which is why you then have a gap between sets or between, working different body parts and stuff. And yes, I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not qualified PT, I don't know all the ins and outs of all that either, but that's my, working knowledge of it, right? Like we'll call it a working hypothesis. So, everything I say, they're just working hypotheses. I'm just a big test experiment for all of these different hypotheses and theories that I've come up with. So anyways, just wanted to share this. So if you're taking steps to lose body fat and you're interested in the recomposition of your body weight, as in less fat, more muscle, then consider measuring yourself with a tape measure and recording that and then being able to look at how that changes over time. I'm doing that myself as well. I measured myself on the 18th of May. So I'm going to measure again on the 18th of June, so exactly a month apart, and see what difference there is in the measurements, in the inches and the centimeters, whichever one you use. And I am still weighing myself on a weekly basis. I don't do it daily, I do it weekly, because I know that like water fluctuations and stress and sleep and all of that stuff can affect like on a day-to-day level. But as long as the trend over time is going in the same direction that I want it to, then, you know, we're making progress. So with that said, I hope that's helpful for some of you that are on the sugar diet, using the sugar diet, using whatever protocol you're using to improve your health and well-being, and especially if you're looking to reduce your fat content of your body and increase your muscle mass, or just reduce the fat content of your body full stop, then maybe don't worry too much about the scales as much as actually physically measuring, or use both and see if they correlate. And if not, then sometimes the scales may not change, but the body composition might. So I hope that's helpful for you. I will continue to drop stuff as and when I think of it, and I'll just record it and upload it, and I won't worry too much about editing. And like, I might try to like keep my cap on, like, because my head looks a bit funny. But anyways, I will do my best to kind of drop nuggets that occur to me as and when. And in the meantime, like, I'll do some longer form videos as well to talk more about some of the science and theories and stuff around the sugar diet and my thoughts and take on it and why I think it works so well. But just to be clear, if you cut fat out of your diet as a starting point, just cut it out completely. Yeah, don't even worry about getting enough fat. Just eat loads of fruit and vegetables, right? You will get more than enough fat, protein, everything that your body needs from it, right? And the proof, well, there is no proof. Like, you have to test it for yourself and see if it works. And don't test it for a day or a week or a month. Test it for 6 months. Give yourself a chance to properly see if it works or not. Okay, and if you do anything for less than a month, then honestly, like, it's not even worth trying. Like, don't even waste your time. If what you're going to commit to is a month of it, then, like, don't even bother. Consider it, if you're going to make a change, think of it, it's got to be a lifestyle change. It's got to be something sustainable, something that you can do for the long term. And if you can't do it, then by all means, if it's some short-term intervention that you think will make a massive difference in your life, then by all means go for it. But ultimately, if you're eating a certain way and you get a certain result, then if you carry on eating that way, you're going to continue with that result. And like, as far as I'm aware, almost everyone I listen to or kind of talks about it says, you know, your body is 90% your diet, 10% exercise. So, you know, make of that what you will. And on that note, have an amazing day. Thank you so much for listening. If you've got thoughts, comments, feedback, I'd love to hear in the bottom. If you are on the sugar diet and you've measured yourself, let me know how you're doing. Have you seen any progress? What changes have you seen? What have you experienced? How are you measuring your progress? Is it by the size of your clothes, the photos of you before and after, your scales, your measurements? How are you measuring? How are you tracking your progress? If anyone has any better ideas or suggestions, I'm always open to learning and listening. And especially things that are easily accessible to the average person. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm hoping to kind of share and also kind of use for myself. So on that note, have an amazing day. Thank you so much, and look forward to talking more soon. Bye for now.